And the problem was his dick is out. And I was wearing short. Today someone is gonna die. It's gonna be me. I was in love with Lil Wayne way before I loved my wife.
Welcome to One on One with Trav. Today I got my boy Saif.
What's going on, bro? I'm here.
And I got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Who is Saifslens?
Someone that's working on building his own brand. Honestly, Saifslens makes other people feel good after I record them, right? And that in turn makes me feel good. That's why I do that part.
Let's get straight to the juicy stuff, bro. Tell me about your very first running video.
So me and my wife, we were taking a trip to California. Before the plane took off, I had internet service on my phone. And then I told my wife, I'm like, maybe I should just message some influencers that are in California,
Yeah.
right? And see if they reply back. At that time I had I think around 700 followers. And I messaged 5 or 6 people, and that's it. The plane took off. We haven't landed yet, and my phone went bling, and then I see this person replied to you.
Who's
Right.
this person?
Ashton Hall.
Okay.
Right? So Ashton Hall replied, and he's like, hey bro, what are you up to? No, all that stuff. And he's like, I'm down to do a video with you, right? And I remember before the plane landed, I was the only one that's like, fuck yeah. I said it low, but I didn't say it out loud, right?
Yeah.
But then my wife was like, stop, what are you doing, right? Then I showed her, right? But she never understood what that meant to me.
So you started celebrating before the plane even touched down?
Yeah, because I saw the text, right? And then the plane touched the ground. Literally, I opened it because I just didn't want to open it in air because I lost service again. It was just a notification, right? I opened it, messaged him back. I'm like, hey man, I'm here, and I'm just telling him everything. I'm like, thank you so much for everything you've done, replying back to my message and all of that. He came to pick us up from the airport, and I still couldn't believe it. The next morning, I met him at 4 a.m. on top of Topanga Hills, California, right? And we did that first running video.
There's no way you nailed all your camera settings. You probably messed up the slow-mo or you probably messed something up. Were you able to learn from that? Is that how you learned how to do this?
Yes, that's exactly how I learned, because the guy had a Sony camera and I had a Canon, and he's like, shoot with his Sony, and I've never used Sony. But like I said, if anyone tells me to do something and I know there's an opportunity, be like, sure, right? So I also shot with his Sony, totally messed up.
Oh, wow.
yeah. At that time I shot with the Sony too. But that footage was never used because I took it to my computer and edited by myself, and I told him it was shot on his Sony.
But it was your Canon?
It was with my Canon. The first one was with the Canon. The first one was with the Canon.
Okay. So one thing that I noticed is that you actually had your first viral video on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's currently at 32.9 million.
Yeah.
It was on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
I think that video was everywhere on the internet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put it in the video here because I think almost everyone in the world has seen it. They probably just don't know that you're the one behind the camera work.
Yeah.
32.9 million. Mm-hmm. My question for you is, how did it feel when you hit your first 1 million view video?
I remember when it started to hit 50K, and then I refreshed the phone, 60, then 65, 70, and it's just going up and up and up, right? When it hit 1 million, I thought I made it in life. It really felt unreal. I couldn't sleep that night. It was just I'm thinking about, oh my God, my life is made now. That's what I thought at that time. That 1 million views meant that.
All right. So moving forward, when you got back from your Cali trip, I still remember that you were blowing up. You were at 700. I think you went up to 50, 60, 70K followers. And then I think eventually you made it over 100,000.
Yeah.
When you got back to Toronto after that vacation, did you notice that people were treating you differently?
Other than my close friends and my family, everybody else treated me differently. My close friends didn't really care. They're like, oh, he's just, they know how I am. Because even after my followers came in, I never really thought, oh, I'm the shit. In my head, I've never thought that. Maybe I thought that one night when I was in Cali sleeping, when SportsCenter posted it, I went on a rampage of unfollows.
Really?
Yeah. Because that was the first time things happened, right?
He's like, nah, I'm too big to follow this guy.
I went on a rampage of unfollow. It happened for 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
And then when I woke up, it's reality, it's good I had my wife with me. She was always telling me stuff, was pissing me off, but that's the truth, it's it happened for a little bit, but I feel that thing happens to a lot of people. If it first time happens to them, it's they feel above everyone, and then it's like, okay, chill. You know,
Speak.
you'll lose everyone.
Let's talk TikTok.
Okay.
You have a video that has 43 million views.
Yeah.
Most of the comments are 9/11 related.
Mm-hmm.
You posted it on 9/13.
Right.
Was this strategic? Like, are you like a genius marketer, or was this like an accident?
I wish it was a marketing like thing for me. Like, I wish my brain worked like that, because that's what it takes in entrepreneurship, is like you have to think a certain way, right? But that was totally by accident. And I'm glad it was not on that day though. You know, like that exact day, because then it would really look like it's on purpose. So basically I was working for a client. The client said, here's the concept of the building structure, right? They're like, do some behind the scenes of this and then cut to your drone shot. So I took my drone, like you see in the video, and I went around it to show how I would fly the drone. And then I flew the drone and I just put it up, and that's what happened.
Do you think it would have a different impact if you were like black or white?
Yes, because,
as opposed to like brown?
Yes, and a beard and all of that. Yeah. So, yeah, because a lot of the comments started off with that. It's like, oh my God, a brown guy with a beard is doing this, right? I feel like it wouldn't have happened if it was any other thing, because that was the thing that happened.
You know what I remember the most about that video is that I remember you calling me and you were like, yo, what does this comment mean? And I was like, yo, bro, they're calling you a fucking terrorist.
Exactly.
And you're like, what?
Exactly.
You had no idea. That's the funniest part about it.
Yeah. Until
That's
then,
wild.
I didn't block the comments because I didn't know what it meant. So I called you and I'm like, yo, what does it mean? And then you said, I'm like, wait, why? And then crazy.
I heard a rumor that you had the cops called to your location in California.
Yeah.
Is this true?
Yeah.
Why?
So when me and my wife were on vacation in California, one of my friends also wanted to come and just visit, like, you know, just like how we were visiting. I was like, oh, if you're gonna come down here, I'm here for a couple of weeks, just come stay in my Airbnb. He came by, he was there for 4 days.
Yeah.
The first 2 days we had good times, right? But I noticed he was drinking a lot in my house.
Okay, it's
Right.
vacation, you know.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
drink.
exactly.
Okay.
But then me and my wife don't drink, so we don't keep alcohol in the house, right? But he's drinking a lot, right? So he's like, every hour he's like opening his can, drinking, and he's just drunk from breakfast to dinner. One night he's like, oh, he wants to go to a strip club, right?
Okay.
But we don't do that.
Okay.
Like me and my wife, we don't go to places like that. So I'm like, okay, you can go, right? Just, you know, maybe be back at a certain time. So he goes and he comes back at 2 a.m. like drunk out of his mind, and I still open the door. He comes in and he starts turning on all the lights, banging on the doors, right? Uses the washroom, but like leaves the whole door open, right? And it's just like me and my wife are sleeping. It's a very small Airbnb. It's like a studio.
Yeah.
Right? So his bed is right beside our bed. And then he fell asleep on his bed. I think it was like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't fall asleep. And I'm laying down in my bed. My wife is sleeping beside me, and he's in the bed maybe 3 meters away from us, right? And I just feel like a presence on my left side. I open my eyes and I see someone right to my left, like standing so close to my body,
Okay.
right? And I really get scared because I'm scared of that kind of shit. I'm scared of ghosts and shit, you know? So I really got scared.
Yeah.
And I was about to like scream because I got scared. And then I see his dick is out, and it was my boy. He's peeing on my floor, like right beside my bed, right? And then I yelled his name out, and then he gets startled, and then he turns to me, and he turns to me. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Right? And then he looks at me, and his dick is just pointing to me now, but but he's not peeing or anything anymore, right? He looks at me. He's like, what? You want to go? You want to go? And he challenges me for a battle. You know?
Like a dick fight?
No, bro. Like challenge me for a battle, right? But the thing is, with certain guys, I don't know if I'll fully win a fight. You know, when you see some people, you're like, okay, maybe if I don't want to embarrass myself, I'll separate myself from this,
Okay.
right? He's like a black belt in karate and stuff, right? So I know he can whoop my ass because I don't know how to fight. And the problem was his dick is out. And I was wearing short shorts when I'm sleeping, right? So I was scared that we both are gonna be with no pants in the end of this fight, you know, and I'm getting beat up. You know? I tell him, I'm like, yo, you're my boy, bro. Go sleep, right? And then he's like, oh yeah, okay. And then he turns around, goes to bed, and then I couldn't sleep after that. 20 minutes later, he wakes up again, and now he goes to the kitchen, and he starts like fiddling with the knives there, right? And we have some big knives because like my wife, she likes to cook sometimes and stuff, and we cook. So there's some big knives there. That's when I got like super scared. And I'm like, today someone is gonna die, you know? And I feel like it's gonna be me because I'm gonna make my wife run out of the house and he's gonna stab me and he's gonna kill me, you know? Because he knows how to fight. That's the thing. It's like when you fight someone that knows how to fight, it's like you can be as big as you want. They'll get you, you know? And he's drunk.
Yeah.
So like my punches are not gonna hurt him. So I'm like not even trying to punch right now, you know? And then he grabbed something from the kitchen. I don't know what he grabbed. He opened my oven and he started peeing in my oven.
What?
So he opened my oven, he started peeing into my oven, and then I'm looking and I wake up my wife. She's already up, but I'm like, we have to go out of the house. You know? I'm like, this is not sitting well with me right now.
Yeah.
Right? We called a non-emergency line and we're like, hey, our friend is here. He's totally intoxicated and we don't know.
He's pissing everywhere.
Yeah, he's pissing everywhere. We don't know what to do with it. We don't know how to deal with it, right? And there is knives in the house. They came in and they just told him to leave. And then they asked me if I want to press charges. Obviously not, because he left, you know?
Okay.
But yeah, that's what happened.
Bro, life is crazy. Is wild, bro.
I know. I never thought I'd go through this shit.
Okay, who's your favorite rapper?
Lil Wayne.
I would never take you for a Lil Wayne fan.
I know. My whole life, no one took me for it.
I have some videos of you rapping Lil Wayne, so I might believe you there. Let me ask you a question. Become Lil Wayne's videographer, but you gotta end your marriage? Or never meet Lil Wayne, stay happily married?
I strongly believe this life is about your happiness and what makes you truly happy.
Okay.
When I say this, don't take this the wrong way.
Okay.
I was in love with Lil Wayne way before I loved my wife. When I say in love, I mean like, you know, I love my boy.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Way before my wife. Like so much before that Lollipop, all those videos were dropping way before that too.
Okay.
So it's like my true happiness was just to meet him and be like, he's like, yo, I'll pop an ollie on my skateboard, record it in slow-mo.
Let's cut the bullshit. What's the answer?
I love my wife.
Yes.
Like I said, I already answered it, bro. I'm not gonna answer
you didn't
it.
answer
I'm not
it.
answering
You
it.
didn't answer the question.
This is a hard question still.
So
like,
what
truly,
would you do?
With no cameras, anything, same answer.
What's the answer?
Like I said, I've always wanted to work with Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Way before I met my wife. Like she was not even, no, she was born. She was born. She was born. But like two years after she's born, I think I got introduced to Lil Wayne, you know?
Okay.
So I was very young and that was my dream my whole life. And I feel like you should just follow your dreams sometimes. And sometimes if you have to make crazy, outrageous sacrifices, do it. So I would say, being an honest person,
yes.
Only that one person, I would do that.
Honestly, I'm hoping Lil Wayne's watching this video somehow and he sees this clip that's gonna go on Instagram and he's like, yo, let's fly this guy out and shoot me a freaking video doing an ollie on a skateboard.
Just you saying that gives me
that's
like
sick.
So much anxiety.
Damn. Zany, if you're watching, sorry. Who's faster? I'm gonna say two names and I want you to pick who is going to win in that race.
Okay.
Okay? First up, Angel or Vanessa, aka V-Fit?
Vanessa.
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Aaliyah or Heba?
Aaliyah or Heba? Heba.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because Heba is more built. Aaliyah does long-term run. You're talking about speed, right?
Yeah. It's a race, like a 100-meter race.
Yeah, 100 meters, Heba will win.
Okay. We got Brendan Rodney or Bilotti?
Oh, honestly, I would have to say Bilotti will win.
Bilotti?
Yes, because I filmed both of them,
Yes, you have.
and I feel like it'll be like a split-second difference. But I just saw that Brendan is taller. I would go with Bilotti. Even though
Damn.
he's a bit shorter than him.
Okay. Corey Kaye or Ashton Hall?
Ashton would win.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think
Because
that?
Ashton runs for a living. Corey doesn't really run for like a living, you know. Like Corey will win in biking though, bicycle.
Question's not about
That's what
bicycles,
he
bro. Okay, last but not least, choose wisely. Kamika or Trav Barnett?
Who's Trav Barnett?
Me.
All right then. Kamika or Trav Barnett? Okay, honestly, I would have to say to you that Kamika will win you. She can run. She can run so fast. You can run so fast too. But like I said, she's doing it for a living, and it's not like you train for running. You train for other stuff.
Do you think there's a cameraman faster than you?
Absolutely not.
Damn.
Anyone can hold a camera and run fast, but no one can do what I do, right?
And that's it, bro. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate you, bro.